Peace to the family. Peace to the family, y'all. What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? What's good with the family? Tapping in. How's everybody doing? What's today? Wednesday? On a hump day. I'm taking gold water. What you talking about when I'm taking? You see the gold bottle, you should know what that is. This is the gold water. The sun is out. The birds are chirping. It's a little chilly in Atlanta, but it's spring again. And it's a lot going on. Shout out to the legend Illuminati Congo in the building. There's a lot going on in the world. It's a lot going on. Yes. Happy New Year's. Yes, indeed. Yes, bless up. Happy New Year's to the brethren. Somebody, I forgot who it was. I was having a conversation, and I was like, 2023 is really on some Jordan energy. Like the year, is 23 and everything. Like 23 is giving MJ for real. You feel me? MJ might be Mid-Journey to some. MJ might be Michael Jordan to others. But 2023 is giving MJ versus AI energy. Right? It's giving AI. It could be Allen to some. It could be artificial to others. But 23 is giving MJ versus AI energy. Anything is possible. You know what I'm saying? The underdogs cross the big dog. Microsoft is on top. Shout out to the master investor. He was one of those ones talking about Microsoft on some financial shit. And I hope you niggas listened and whatnot with all, and put some bread, put some chips where your mouth is. And you be out here smiling, showing new teeth on the motherfucking internet. I promise you. Because that was a hit right there. That was a good bet right there. Because Microsoft is bodying shit right now. MJ13, J1023. Wow. Look at that. MJ is 23. Body bag bombs. Right? This year, and right? We in the New Year's officially, right? Spring is here. It's time to come outside, boys and girls. You know what I mean? Hibernation is over. It's the springtime. The birds are chirping. You can't sleep late no more. Right? But this year, if this is the beginning of the new year, well, goddamn it, I hope you niggas charged up your batteries and whatnot. You know what I'm talking about? I hope you ready, because this right here. You see how fast time is going? This shit right here. You need to be moving on that type of time. This ain't the time to be laid back and just chilling and shit, waiting for tomorrow. You heard what Glorilla told you niggas about tomorrow. Huh? I don't give a fuck tomorrow. I can't say your name in the song. I might fuck with you tomorrow. It's the right now that really matters. What are you doing right now? It's the right now that matters. Like, how are you applying yourself right now? What are you into right now? What are you learning right now? What are you earning right now? You know what I'm saying? Like, how you tapping in to the now? Because some people would say, Red Pill, this is a recession. This is the worst time ever. Do you see all of the natural disasters? Oh my goodness, the aliens are going to come and get us. Man, Russia is gonna go to the Ukraine. Oh man, China. They'll give you all of the doom and gloom. Oh, there's a new new thing coming. There's a new pestilence on the way. If you leave it up to them, there's no room to breathe. You know what I mean? Like nothing ever is gonna happen. Nothing's been happening good, right? They forget to mention, like, nigga, you forgot to mention you got your master's degree the other day from Trump University. You know what I'm saying? You forgot to mention that, you know, your job at DoorDash is lit. You've been doing mad drop-offs and whatnot. You don't want to talk about that part. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to talk about how your stocks are splitting, but you want to hit us with the doom and gloom. Nah, that's just the way that certain people are looking at this shit, because it all boils down to perspective at the end of the day. And woe on to thee who allow others to change their perspective to be one of doom and gloom, lack and be lack, right? You know what I'm talking about? Lack and scarcity, poverty and poor righteousness. You know, it's all a mind state. But everything goes hand in hand. If you talk in fear, then that's poor mind state. If you talk in lack, if you're talking about what you don't have, if you're talking about what somebody's not doing for you, if you're talking about what's not happening for you, if you're talking about all of the things that's negative, you negatively prompting your reality, and MJ, which is Mid-Journey, is going to give back a picture or a reality, right? That's not going to be colored, and it's not going to look like the way that you want it to look, because you're hitting it with too many negative prompts. You got to hit it with more positive prompts. Change your lexicon, change your thinking, change your prompting. Prompts open portals. You know that, right? Prompts are portals. You know what I'm talking about? And portals open up and they take you into worlds that you could basically create with your mind in these days and times where MJ is versus AI. Right? Where MJ is versus AI, you now could sit back and create any world. You could smoke on some good Zaza. You could smoke on some CBD, some Delta 10, Delta 8. You could not smoke anything. You could do deep breathing. You know what I mean? You could listen to some Londrell and get centered. You could go in the sun and go get your downloads and go talk to the sun and let it kiss you and get cooked and whatnot. You could go and do your Tai Chi in the rising, you know what I'm saying, in the early rising with the sun while you're grounded. You do all of these things and get the ideas, and you get the quote unquote visions in your imagination. You write it in your journal, right? You put it in a journal, you write it in, then you get in front of the machine, right? Or you get in front of the quote unquote, you know, the prompting portal, right? And then you jump through multiverses. You go time traveling. You go jumping through different dimensions and whatnot. You know what I'm talking about? That's what you do. You know what I mean? Because that's what I've been doing. You know, that's how I've been giving it up. You know, been balanced, trying my best to just keep it very balanced and whatnot. And then boom, out of here. You know what I mean? Out of here. You know what I'm talking about? MJ versus AI is a wild double entendre. We cooking in the Discord. Yeah, shout out to the Masters of the Universe Discord. This Discord is making history in real time. The shit moving so fast, I can't even make a video. I'm still editing up a video to put it out there to show how we already made history inside of the Discord. We did something that nobody's done. We did the Hustle GPT challenge, and we raised up about 2 bands and whatnot. And then we went and we created about 5 or 6 businesses. Just like that. We're not playing with monopoly money either. We doing real life things. And it's not even, we didn't even get the press for it yet. We didn't even put the information. We didn't put the press release out. We just busy still making history because we're not going to just settle on that right there. We're going to keep moving and keep building. You missed it. I think the next one is coming up tonight. Tonight's Wednesday. Yeah, we got Human GPT as a special guest teacher, and we're doing the Hustle GPT Challenge. Class number 5 we're at. You know what I mean? My Discord is lit. No disrespect to Instagram, no disrespect to social media, but I said it before and I'm going to say it again. All right? I don't rock with that. Shout out to Allah Regime. All right? I don't rock with that. Look out for the Kings County and the Allah Regime combination, the jump off. We got this collection that's about to drop that's going to break the internet. But on another note, I don't do that. I don't do that. I do social networking right now. Social media, Instagram is mad noisy, right? And what I mean by noise is if I go on my timeline and if I go on my scroll and whatnot, I'm connected to 120,000 people. I only get to talk to 120 of them. I don't even know what that means in percentage breakdown and whatnot. They're not even allowing me 1% of my audience. You feel me? I'm on Instagram and I'm not exposed to 1%. I'm only exposed to not even 1% of my audience, damn near. Right? So even with that being said, when I'm on my timeline and I see 20 people that I know and whatnot, I could say something to them, but they can't say nothing to me. It's a one-way conversation. This is a one-way conversation right now. This is not effective communication. Y'all can't unmute your mic and be like, word, Red, what up, my guy? It's just me talking to you. We can't get much done like that. As opposed to over on Discord, which is considered a social network where you build communities. I'm doing lives just like this with my camera on. We having watch parties. We watching YouTube playlists. And even if somebody want to unmute their mic and be like, yo, Red, I got the answer to that question that you just asked. Yo, Red, I want to share this information. Yo, yo, room, blase bloom, because I'm not in there ego tripping, like I might be over here. We all one in there. We just rocking, we just learning and whatnot. You feel me? And it's very effective because when you take the noise out of the equation, and what the noise is this. I wake up in the daytime. I'm listening to Glorilla. She talking about, I might take you today. I don't give a fuck tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? I'm on my Glorilla shit. I'm charged up. It's early in the rising. You know what I mean? I just stretched and whatnot. And then I go on my Instagram and I see, somebody put a post up about how to fix your credit and whatnot. But right under that, it's a post about the shooting and whatnot that took place with a lady who's supposed to be a man, or a man is supposed to be a lady, went and shot up some children and whatnot. And then right after that, it's a post of somebody putting up a bowl of something they just made and whatnot. And then right after that, it's my fam and them who used to sell crack in Flatbush. They in Cancun, and they changed their name to something aboriginal because they just unplugged from the Matrix. You know what I'm saying? And then under that, it's a RIP for a dude that I haven't seen in mad years, and I was wondering what happened to him. Come to find out, he died. Right? So on top of the fact that my 2-year-old is acting like a 2-year-old, and on the fact that my phone is going off and people is calling me up trying to give me all kind of dumping all of their trauma on me. They trying to invite me to their pity parties. Motherfuckers be trying to call you up and put you in their quote unquote black boxes and whatnot. I'm dodging all of that. I'm dodging this. That leads to mass psychosis. So now we live in a world where everybody is fucking crazy and whatnot, and they're psychotic, and it's everything everywhere all at once, because not in the beginning of the internet, but definitely as we all collectively go down this wormhole, right? 10 years later, after basically being exposed to damn near everything, right? Some of our eggs are beginning to crack, right? Some of the eggs are beginning to crack. They already went to court and showed that Facebook has an algorithm that puts death, despair, trauma, fear, and all type of things that do what? Activate cortisol. And they know that they're affecting your health and whatnot. Case in point, why so many melanated women have pre-existing conditions before they dump the quote-unquote you know what on them, right? You know, the thing that came out of China and whatnot. Before they even hit them with that, they already had them at preconditions and whatnot. They had them in scooters and dialysis and whatnot. A lot of that is a direct result of stress-induced media. You know, from the psyops that they started with Trayvon Martin, where they were basically broadcasting our lynchings and not giving the people justice and whatnot, doing all kind of funny things on the side with BLM and all kind. That was all a psyops. That was all an operation. I said it all the way back then, right? And we're gonna actually remaster and re-release that whole series that we did on Trayvon. It's called the Trayvon Factors 1 to 3, all the way back in 2012. I'm like, nah, this ain't right. This is an ops. This is a psyop. Stop. Don't plug into it. Our people have been taken on a ride ever since that time. If you don't realize it, it just might be because, you know, you're on that roller coaster yourself. But what a psyop is a psychological operations. And the residue of a psychological operation is what you see going on with the total collapse of our culture, our society, and everything around you and whatnot. You're waiting for the proverbial zombies and I Am Legends to pop out. But the zombies are outside as we speak. Okay? The zombies are outside as we speak. And if you have that type of imagination to whereas you could see them with maggots and worms coming out of themselves, then you'll actually, or if you're a seer and you can actually see the entities on a lot of people, then you'll be able to really see what I'm saying. But that day is here now. Those people have come here. They have crossed over. Motherfuckers are, there's entities walking in it. How many of y'all see the shadow people in your peripheral? They going crazy right now. They outside. The shadow people is outside, bro. I be like this, goddamn, I know my eyes is chinky, but niggas is next to me. They outside. So we're living in a day and time where they have succeeded through an onslaught of multiple, basically, they hit us from multiple angles. They hitting from the satellites. You don't find that suspicious? You don't know what I'm talking about? Those satellites are sending signals, right? They could geo-target and geolocate you because the same signal that they could send to your phone when somebody is calling you and it goes directly to your phone and nobody mysteriously is trying to call you. Your sneaky link is not trying to call you and you close proximity to somebody else and their phone rings. No, it is a targeted direct hit when they're calling you. So if they're managing, you know, I've been studying this AI stuff. I'm learning some things. So if they can hit your phone, then they can hit you. If they could pinpoint your phone with a phone call or a download or a ping, why you don't think they could ping you? So your phone is getting pinged. You don't know what the hell what is getting pinged with. It's affecting you. You're attached to your phone. Your energy is in your phone. This is what we call the black mirror. This is a scrying mirror. It has all of the elements that you have. Okay? These phones with this coltan and this cobalt that was taken out of the mines in Africa forcibly, right? The energy that's already embossed on it is a negative energy. Niggas with slavery got the minerals out the ground. Same way that the diamonds that these rappers and these Negroes be wearing is cursed because it's carbon, it's compressed carbon, but it was taken out of the ground. It was disrupted, first of all. Nobody was telling them to come and get these rocks out of the fucking mountain And it was done in slave labor. So the hands that touched it first, that impressed their energy on it, it's already a negative energy. It's not abundance. It's not like Mansa Musa got the diamonds out the ground. And then when they take it to Israel and whatnot, and they do their work on it, and they cut it and do all of that stuff, you don't know what they putting on them diamonds. Them diamonds is cursed beyond blood diamonds. Why is niggas dying with they diamonds on? Everybody that got diamonds on, all of the rappers that got them fucking chokers, them niggas is dying. Heinous deaths. The diamonds is cursed. You feel me? The diamonds is cursed. The carbon is cursed. It's something that they're doing to the carbon. You're not in the labs. You don't know what's taking place when they selling you these quote unquote sacred stones and these precious stones and whatnot. You probably don't know the science of, piezoelectricity and all kind of things. You don't, you just going in for the vanity, my niggas. You going into the vanity. You're not tapping in to what's really happening. Diamonds are definitely fraudulent. I will wear some lab shit in a minute before I run around with some goddamn blood diamonds out of the ground. And I know for sure they still don't have sewage in all of those places where the mines is at. To this day, I seen a shit on VH1 in 2003 with Paul Wall, Raekwon the chef, and I think a few other people went to the diamond mines in Africa with VH1 and was pressing them, right? They was pressing them. They was pressing them Europeans and them other people that was over there. They was like, why the village don't got electricity? Why I don't have toilets, bro? Y'all out here, the smallest diamond that you pulling, the smallest rock that you get out the ground could give these people at least porta potties. They didn't even have porta potties, y'all. Y'all remember that? Y'all, yeah, some of y'all was, you know what I'm saying? Some of y'all was too young to even remember that. I was 2003. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all wasn't even thought of. But you know what I'm saying? They went out there. And that was a powerful, because what it showed was this. I don't know about what they be doing on the continent when it comes to, running, officiating shit. But I know that wherever we go, if we see injustice, I don't care where we at. I don't give a fuck where we at on the planet. If we go to China, we going to be like, yo, why you doing that to son? Wherever we go, if we see you treating ours like a slave, that triggers some shit in us. We gonna start, oh nah, yo, son, yo, we'll run down. We don't give a fuck. You from Israel? And what that mean? Like, that means something outside of America that I don't even know about. But I know if anywhere that I go, I'm running down on any pale person because of what we did out here in America. We was standing on top of them like Kali back in the days. You understand what I'm saying? You know how everybody's doing rugs these days? Yeah, we was standing on top of them like them rugs, nigga. Fuck is you saying? You know what I'm saying? My niggas rap sheet is filled up with discretions against the peckerwood. They was doormats. That's why I be like, I'm so offended by the shit that I see taking place. Something has to have shifted. I be saying, and I said it before, whatever I did wrong, you ever seen Adjustment Bureau? The nigga went left instead of right and his whole reality changed. Whatever left turn I made on the highway one night put me in a bizarro world. You understand? A nigga woke up in an upside down world, B. Cause this shit ain't regular. This is not reality. Nigga. They knocked off Michael Jackson. They knocked off Prince. They knocked off James Brown. And niggas didn't budge. You know what I'm saying? They knocked off Whitney Houston. Right? Bill Cosby went from a motherfucking hero, America's dad, to a villain overnight. Nigga, R. Kelly is a motherfucking monster. Nigga, I'm in a bizarro world. Nigga, what is you saying? Okay, Kobe's dead. They killed Pop Smoke. Nigga, This is a bizarro fucking world. Niggas is walking around with tattoos on their eyelids, nigga. I'm not supposed to be here. You know what I'm saying? Shit went completely upside down, bizarro world. Huh? Niggas is passing Scottie Pippen's wife around. Fam. Are you dumb? Nigga, Mike Tyson is doing podcasts. Are you fucking dumb? Nigga, you're in the fucking multiverse. You understand me? Nipsey is gone, nigga. Niggas murked Nipsey in front of his store. Are you dumb? And this is my theory. When niggas get murked, they graduate and they go higher levels and whatnot. That's why the good die young. The good die young because you niggas is in jail. That's why the good die young, because they get an early release. You niggas is in hell. Or what they call Malkuf. It's Ramadan. So Ramadan Maburak to all of my peoples out there. You know what I'm talking about. You in them lower rungs, my Negroes. That part. So if we don't switch up the motherfucking narrative to get the fuck out of the sunken place in the lower rungs of this plane of existence, because this ain't it, nigga. We collectively, fuck the Mandela effect, nigga. Bill Cosby is home, nigga. Bill Cosby was on the yard, nigga, in your lifetime. Bill Cosby walked the yard, nigga. You don't find that suspicious? In the head people running rap journalism is Adam 22 and Vlad, nigga. You don't find that suspicious? You just comfortable with this shit? I'm talking to AI. I'm talking to quantum computers. I'm talking to the Orishas, nigga. I'm trying to find a way out. You know what I'm talking about? You know, let me be. Let me be. I'm trying to find a motherfucking wormhole. Because this is not it. I don't hate it here. You know what I'm saying? I'm here to motherfucking flip it on top of his. I'm just here for the, you know, I'm here to see the pendulum swing. I don't hate it here. I love it here. But I know what here is. Okay? I know what here is. Don't miss. I've been to enough pity parties, nigga. I know what here is. This planet is primal. If you niggas didn't have hammers and whatnot, you would probably be eaten up by the animals. This is a primal planet. The bacteria is trying to kill you. The fish will try to kill you. The fucking the wildlife in the jungle will eat you up. You go into the forest, they're gonna get you. You go into Serengeti, your ass is grass. This is an animal planet. It's primal, bro. It's all about death, sex, and rock and roll. If they took all of these fucking little dressings away from us, it's just we have two primal natures, right? To eat and to have sex. I was going to be vulgar, but I'm turning another leaf. If they took it all away, if you do your research about man's primal nature, is to procreate and to survive. So you got to eat and you have to procreate. You have to multiply. You have to populate. You know what I mean? You got to spread your seed, brother. Be fruitful and multiply. And there's never been a time so fruitful or so, quote unquote, possible, the possibilities to be fruitful have never been so abundant than the time that we're living in right now. I don't want to reminisce with you right now, even though nostalgia is a huge market and I will kindly tap in with you and we could get a big bag off of nostalgia. I'm with all of that. But right now, I want to look at the present. I want to look at the present in the present, and me and Glorilla, hallelujah, we looking at tomorrow, okay? We got our eyes on the future. I'm an Afrofuturist. So I'm in 21, 23 right now, to be honest with you. That's where my mind is at. Tapping in the way that I'm tapped in, I'm in 21, 23. And I'm coming back to let the family know there's a roadmap that we're building that could take your ass and your loved ones to 21, 23. You could procreate, my nigga. You don't gotta tie your nuts up and whatnot. You don't gotta hide from reproducing yourself. You could create you could build a tribe. You could get you some land. The opportunity to be a sovereign now is in front of you, right? And when I'm talking about sovereign, I ain't talking about that pseudo talk. I'm talking about the fact that if you was tapped into the new money matrix, if you was tapped into what Chicago Crypto Bully was teaching you for years and whatnot, if you was tapping into that, you now have the opportunity and the wherewithal to remove yourself from any system that you were attached to or enslaved to. Take yourself. You don't got to be off the grid. You just got to be off of their grid and whatnot. Living your best life, turned up, a digital nomad, and then you're able to transition into things like AI. Then you're able to transition into things like generative art or generative AI, where you're just creating images out of the air, out of your mind. You feel me? You're sitting back and you're creating worlds. You're sitting back and you're just creating money. I'm Rapunzel, nigga. No, what's his name? Rumpelstiltskin. Niggas is spinning gold. Right? You just spinning gold. You just sitting back. You know what I mean? You got medicine, whatever your choice is, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you do to get you right, you know? And you're just prompting a bag. Like, you're not doing no heavy work. You're not doing, sweat equity. You know what I mean? Hard labor. Soft life, nigga. Soft life. That's what we talking about. Soft life. You know what I'm talking about? We talking about soft life, nigga. You know what I mean? I was getting my feet done while on mid-journey, brother. The struggle doesn't have to be so intense, black man. I just want to tell my brothers in Pelican Bay, in the box, whatnot. The last night when I was in the box, and I was in Pelican Bay too, but on a different side. And I was in the box too, but in a different box. I built the website while I was getting my toes sucked, black man. The world has changed, brother man. No longer do we sell doogie. Oh no, Bumpy. No longer do we sell the doogie. We not doing that no more, dude. We doing technology, call us Fugees. Okay, that's right. We digital nomads. We live off the grid, baby. As long as we got Wi-Fi, we gonna get you niggas with a high five. That's right, baby. So we live in some fun times, y'all. My inner child is able to breathe again, right? My inner child could, he could feel safe because there's a world for my inner child to basically exist in. I talked about the fantasy complex industry on EYL. I don't know why that episode is not at 5 million, but you know. Some people are late to the party, you know what I'm talking about? But we had a conversation, me and 19 Keys, on high-level conversations, right? The show that single-handedly has raised the quote-unquote bar, and it's opened up doors that were previously closed, and it's basically put the thought leaders and the master teachers and the community in front of our people in a way that we've never been before. It's raised the quote unquote value of the community, right? simultaneously while other things have been taking place. So, I don't do the small talk. I don't, I think big. I'm my vantage point is different from anyone else's vantage point. And, I don't make no mistake about that. It's just different. It's a different height that we standing on. So we see things differently. You know what I'm talking about? Like, it is what it is. But we talked about the fantasy complex industry, and we said what? We said, yo, when I was a child, I was being programmed by everything that was being given to me, right? I had no say in the matter. You know what I mean? I just had to just receive what was being put out there. But what I navigated towards, what I was attracted to, you know what I mean? What I was drawn to, right, was given to me by these companies inside of the fantasy complex industry. And when I looked at these companies later on, when I grew up and I started to do the research on my early childhood and what influenced me and what programmed me and what subconsciously, who's responsible for programming my subconscious, they all were small hats from you know what, right? All was Steins and Bergs, all of them, right? And a majority of them were taking my mythos, right? My ancient history, right? All billion years of it. And they were taking the quote unquote motifs. They were taking the characters and the storylines and they were whitewashing it and remixing it and selling it back to me in the form of cartoons, comic books, toys, TV shows, movies, video games, and cards. Fantasy, complex industry, right? This industry is responsible for programming all of our minds. Comic books, cartoons, toys, right? TV shows like sitcoms and all of those other things. Reality TV, TV shows, video games. That right there is a multi-trillion dollar industry, one. And that right there holds beyond a price. You can't put a price on the value of what that industry has in terms of the fact that they're planting the seeds. They're the programmers. They're the ones who are, quote unquote, they have the real estate in the most precious places, and that is in the minds of 0 to 7 years old. You should want to get on that level. So when I spoke about that, that was in 2022. By the time 2023 arrived and I did the second episode on Earn Your Leisure, where we were talking about artificial intelligence, right? To show you how fast life is going, to show you how fast, because I'm able to measure the quickening through technology. We've always been able to measure our growth and development through the advance of technology. When you was holding them big phones and whatnot, you knew what era or what time that you were in. As the phones got smaller and as the phones got more technologically advanced and whatnot, you realized that you were moving in time and whatnot, and you were becoming more advanced. Don't try to reason with me. It is what it is. You're in denial. It is what it is, right? Then as technology advances, that's how man sees himself aging. Okay? As technology advances, that's how man ages himself. It's called an industrial age. 1, 2, 3, and now we in the 4th. And for my dudes out there, you in the 4th dimension, right? We there as well. And for the Ray Kurzweils, for the people that are into singularity and all of that, we're in the 4th epoch. Okay? So shout out to the 4s and whatnot. Chat GPT 4, right? 4, there's 4 words in God, right? Yahweh. The 4 is big. Yeah. So we have to always know and keep in mind. Never forget. If you remember anything is that you're programming this shit. What did the master teachers tell us? This is our reality. These tools came because we called on them. So fast forward, like I said, to where we at now. Everything in the fantasy industry that I sat there and prophesized, pillar prophecies on EYL in front of a whole nother audience. That audience is not this audience. That's a whole nother section of Black America. You understand? That's a whole nother segment. You know what I mean? That's a whole nother demographics. And we planted those seeds. When you speak to them, you plant seeds into the minds of fertile minds, and things come and they grow. You got to pay attention and not be distracted, so you'll see the fruits of your labor as it grows. Some people are so poisoned and whatnot and so blind that they'll see the fruits of their labor and hate on the fruit. Seen it happen time after time. So everything that we need to take over, to not take over, because it ain't about taking over, because this ain't revenge. Nigga, I'm not spinning the block. Whatever Marvel fed me growing up, made me, it is part of my DNA, right? I was into X-Men. Jim Lee was the artist. I was into Rob Liefeld with X-Force. I was into Image Comics, Dark Horse. I was into the DC universe. I had collections. My whole world, my whole A.A. Rashid and them, my whole wall had comic books. You know what I mean? Classic. I'm talking about number 1s and 2s and whatnot. I think we started our boosting career off of comic books. The shit was lit. You know what I mean? So I grew up. I'm a unique class of 70s babies. I grew up watching 5 cartoons that are the de facto go-to cartoons for every legend that's alive. Thundercats, G.I. Joe, He-Man, Voltron, Thundercats, He-Man, Voltron, G.I. Joe, what's the 5th one? I'll let y'all answer that. But that was the foundation right there. That's my programming. That's the programming right there. So I'm honored for all of that programming, because the ones of us that got programmed by these cartoons and whatnot, Transformers, more than meets the eyes. Transformers. That's our 5 pillars right there. You could talk to the Jay-Z's of, we of a certain time group and whatnot, but that was it right there. That's what created the illest niggas on this planet ever. No offense to if you great, you should be great in your greatness. But know that the greatest niggas that walk this planet have a blueprint that we kind of all were programmed with. And that right there, I'm giving you the skinny on it. And then Nintendo. I had my father bought me the first Nintendo with the robot. Nigga, I had Gyromite. And Duck Hunt. My house turned into an arcade because they didn't have that on the block. So I've been doing this fantasy industry my whole life. Here we are. We could do comic books now. We could do cartoons now. We could do video games now. We could do toys now. You feel me? We could do movies now. We could do shows now. I could show y'all last night on my Patreons, because I'm only doing this AI talk through Patreon. You know what I mean? We talk in private. We don't do public talks like that. You know what I'm saying? The Patreon was lit last night. I gave a lecture, 77 AI tools to create 77 income streams. I'm not just going to show the tool. I'm going to show you how to use it. The same way that you show me how to use a hammer and a saw. I was around some carpenters last summer. They blew my mind, the ingenuity that they got, right? So the same thing that they could build, I could build it in a digital world. I could build digital worlds. right? With AI magical tools and whatnot. They're not, that's what they are. They're tools, and we're building worlds with those tools. So last night I was showing all of my patrons and whatnot how to build this world with these tools, and they get it, and they're getting it. And in the Discord with the Masters of the Universe, we have a mastermind group. Napoleon Hill told me mastermind principle, 2 brains are better than 1. So we got 800 some odd brains and whatnot on this private Discord, and we're making things happen, and we're creating things. I have AI, I have Chat GPT and Midjourney bots already programmed into the Discord. So we got rooms where people are just creating all day. They don't even have to leave the app. The Chat GPT 4 is right there. Well, 3.5 is in the app, and we got the Discord. We got the Midjourney bot right in the app. So we're doing things that I've always dreamed of doing and whatnot. We're creating things that all of us have dreamed of creating. We could will things into existence now. You feel me? We could will things into existence now. You know? And tonight we're doing, we're going to be having another soiree. We got another class. We're bringing Human GPT. This brother is being he's being sought after by OpenAI. He's so smart. They want him on their team. They giving him offers, right? So I'm bringing him through. He's gonna drop some information. He's in the mountains in Costa Rica, living his best life, being a digital nomad, making thousands upon thousands of dollars coding. I told this community to code all the way back in 2015. I don't even get no thanks, and I'm not asking for it, right? But I'm like, yo, it's already been put out there. I was saying it to the vein in the side of my neck was going protruding. I said it in Harlem, outside in the streets, where dudes would be walking by, the knuckle draggers walking by, looking at me like, what is he talking about? Right? In my own community, what is he talking about? What do they be saying? Right? I'm going to make a whole reel where I'm going to show all of the clips, not for ego's sakes, just because you got to document your quote unquote, this is a whole movie taking place in real time. Y'all are a part of a movie. You know what I mean? You really are living through a whole part. And it's not me in the movie. It's all of us in the movie. Nigga, I'm surrounded by legends. You talking about? It's legends everywhere. You know what I mean? This is a magnificent time. And all praises due to the pantheons of the ancestors who I in my heart believe, and was also given to me in visions, that they are definitely pulling strings from the ancestor realm, because they know, unlike anyone else, who is who and who is not. You could play with it all you want. They see everything. They see everything. I keep their name alive, and you should too. People be looking for these magical pills and whatnot, and these get rich schemes. And that none of this is that. If you're gonna move with what we moving with, you have to be ready to work and learn. The soft life is promised to everybody, but you gotta put in some work though. You feel me? You gotta put in some work. In 3 months, everybody gonna be at yo AI. I'm gonna show, you know how they do. This is an advantageous time to make your next move, your best move, right? Let me go ahead and put the Patreon thing right here so y'all can pull up. Red Pillar. Yeah. If anybody, because what my Patreon is the repository to all of my research, right? I've been researching heavy with this AI for 3 months straight, right? I've been in my lab in hibernation mode, right? Out of the way. I ain't been on the internet like that. Niggas ain't see me like that. I ain't been at no parties and shit. You know what I mean? I've been out the way, you know, in the wormhole, in the where you know, with the squirrels and all of them, and the raccoons and shit, hibernating. You know what I mean? In study mode, you know, because information is power. So just getting more powerful and whatnot. Information truly is a power, especially the information that you can apply. And one of the great things about this new technology is that it's all applicable. Y'all out there playing with them speculatory tools and whatnot. And you playing with speculatory information that you can't prove and you can't use too much. And even if you're using it, it doesn't benefit anyone, right? Where Yeah, somebody called my phone. We need the AI to stop that shit. You know? But yeah, you know, and for everybody that likes to, I'm with the ancestors, man. I'm with the ancestors. Look, nobody's trying to take you away from the ancestors. You know, when you start saying shit like that, then I know that you just making excuses. You know what I'm saying? Nobody asks you about your ancestors. You know, make your ancestors proud and be creative. Make your ancestors proud and say their name. Make your ancestors proud and put up murals with their faces on it. Make your ancestors proud and continue to be innovative and creative and whatnot. Because your ancestors actually created the microphone. Your ancestors actually created the quote unquote voice activation like Zoom and whatnot. Your ancestors created the motherfucking cartridge, the video game cartridge. Your ancestors created the code that made the internet. That's what your ancestors did. You feel me? So when you talk about your ancestors are creatives. Your ancestors are inventors. Your ancestors own land. Your ancestors work for themselves. Your ancestors was maroons. They were fighting back. What is you talking about? Your ancestors had they had sovereignty. Nobody was treading on their goddamn land and walking on them. That's what your ancestors had. So going back to what I was saying before, there's micronations that are being built right now. There's communities that are completely off the grid, living completely sovereign. When you use currency that doesn't have dead presidents' faces on it and it's not tied to the federal bank, and you're still able to function and live in abundance and whatnot, you're doing what these sovereignty people were selling our people, hoodwinking them, selling them packages for 2 bands and whatnot. And near one of them got nobody made none of them pay for that shit, right? But they was pillaging this community for the same money that you would have gave for the sovereignty package. If you would have bought Bitcoin, you would have been sitting on 1,000 acres that you own right now. Why don't you think about that part? All of the pillaging that was going on in 2012, Bitcoin was $300. Yeah, I was running around trying to get sovereign by buying the best of a fucking Kinko's Xerox packet. You know what I mean? How did that work out for you guys? I haven't seen you dudes in helicopters lately. You know what I mean? It's been a while since you pulled up in a G5 with the damn flag on it, brothers. You know what I'm saying? Y'all always running around chasing a fucking dream. You know? And now it's a bunch of dreamy niggas just running around, you know, lollygagging and got their head in the clouds. And they're stuck in the past. Some people are stuck in Morocco. Some people are stuck in Kemet. Some people are stuck in Jerusalem. You know what I mean? These niggas took one-way flights to all of these ancient places and they're stuck in them. And they're not living in today. They're not living for the now. They're not living optimistic. You feel me? They're not living like Glorilla. You know what I'm talking about? They don't have gratitude, right? They're not in March Gladness. They're in March Madness. We're in March Gladness. It's a difference. You know what I'm talking about? It's just different. You could be sitting right next to a person and y'all exist in two different universes or multiverses for that matter, or realities. Right next to a person, almost even laying in the bed butt naked with the person. And y'all exist in two different universes, two different mind states, or rather state of minds, everywhere, all at once. Imagine if you on the internet and you got a clip and whatnot, and you're being very suggestive and things of that nature, and inviting all type of energy to return in a suggestive nature, right? Like if you are offering something to somebody, they're gonna receive it. So imagine if you have video clips of that going everywhere, everything going everywhere all at once. Meaning that you might be right there, but videos of you are all around the internet, and men are, or women are giving it a energy. They're returning an energy into it. They're feeding that energy that you was given in the video. Do you feel that? Can you register that energy? Can you monetize that energy? Is there a way that you could turn that energy into some type of currency? Do you sleep good at night with that energy, with people pulling on you, you know, even though it's in the form of a quote unquote video or, you know, a digital file? Just wanted to know. I'm asking for a friend. But yeah, man, you know, shit is up. You know what I'm talking about? Don't let nobody pull you down. Don't let nobody tell you that it's not up. Don't let nobody distract you. Don't let nobody put you in fear. Don't let nobody put you in doubt, nigga. Don't let nobody put you in scarcity. Don't let nobody make you feel like they about to stop printing money, nigga, if that's what it's about for you. Don't let nobody make you think this world is just the size of your block and whatnot. Stop tricking yourself out of opportunity. If somebody step on your sneakers, keep it moving, bro. Even if you got drama with somebody in a little square footage of where you live, get on a plane, nigga. Leave. You know what I mean? Get out the way, bro. Live your life. That our youth have this nihilistic, as I study more, oh man, we'll do a part 2. You know what I mean? The time is ticking. But yeah, we you know, tap into the Patreon, sign up, be a part of this growing community. We will be tapping in. All right, part 2 for the 77 AI streams is coming up for all of my Patreons. We're going to be popping up. We're going to be in the private Discord. Human is tonight. Pull up for all of my members. Pull up to the Masters of the Universe private Discord, 9 p.m. Eastern. Peace.